Which Paco Rabanne 1 million should you buy? I've got two here to show you. These are my two favourites from the current lineup. But firstly, let's have a quick chat about the original and why I think it's important you own it. If you are a fragrance lover and you're really into fragrances, I think this is an important one to own because this is a piece of fragrance history. When this first came out in around 2008, there wasn't many heavy, sweet, dense men's fragrances on the market. This really opened up the market to men for these sweet fragrances that are very statement making and certainly recognizable. I mean, now 1 million, you recognize this everywhere. There's loads of different clones. Different brands have used this DNA in all of their fragrances. So even if you don't particularly want to wear it, at least buy a small sample or buy a bottle if you get one for cheap price, because it's a good fragrance to own and have in your collection because it's part of fragrance history. So now let's look at the two fragrances I would recommend. So 1 million Lucky is the first one. Now I realize this is discontinued as well as 1 million Privé. 1 million Privé, if it was still available, would be my number one pick. But it's been discontinued for a long time and now it's really difficult to find. This one has only just been discontinued, so if you can buy it for a decent price, absolutely buy it now. It's totally worth it. It's a beautiful fragrance. And what I love about 1 million Lucky is it's so different to the original and the other fragrances in the line. I personally think this smells high quality. I think it smells really very nice. And it's a versatile fragrance that is not boring. So it's quite hard to achieve actually. And what I love about this, it changes as it goes through. So it opens up very bright. And arguably you could say the opening's similar to the original with grapefruit. But you also get some really bright, energetic notes in this, and as it goes through to the dry down, it becomes really interesting with sweet, nutty character. So you've got honey, you've got hazelnut, and it's a really beautiful, nutty, interesting fragrance. Almost smells like a niche fragrance because it's so different to any other designer fragrance that I've tried. Performance on this is an eau de toilette, but it performs really well actually. I get a decent few hours projection and I've never had an issue with the longevity of 1 million Lucky. This for me is a really good going out fragrance, going out with your friends, having a laugh, having fun, making memories. That's what fragrances are all about. 1 million Lucky suits that really well. Now, the last one I would recommend, and for me this is probably the best in the line that you could buy at the moment, is 1 million Parfum. This is the strongest in the line, and that's not the reason why I'd recommend it, but it certainly does give the fragrance a lot of value. The fact it lasts for 12 hours on my skin projects really nicely. But this is very interesting. This smells nothing like the rest of the line. This smells like sexy suntan lotion. Now, I know that might sound weird, and to be honest, it is a bit of a weird fragrance, and not everyone is going to like this. It is quite polarizing. It's certainly statement making and certainly smells different to anything 1 million have done, and a lot of designer fragrances actually have not done anything like this. This has a lot of white florals, a lot of bright sonar energetic notes, and it just smells like you're laying on the beach. That's the kind of vibe I get. Salty skin, suntan lotion with the sunshine shining down on you. That's what I get from this. I think it's wonderful. It's really interesting. Like I said, it lasts a very long time. And what we want from 1 million, we want something loud. We want something projecting. We want something that's going to be statement making. That's what the original was all about. It was different. It was statement making. It wasn't boring. It wasn't just following the trend of every other designer fragrance like what 1 million Elixir did. This one's different, it stands out, and it's a really very good fragrance for the money. I bought a 200ml bottle for around £75. Great value for money. Again, you can wear this to most situations. It's heavy enough to wear in the winter, but it also has that vibe I spoke about, the sunshine on the beach vibe, which means you can wear it in the summer. So very versatile. Might come across as a little bit juvenile, but that's why you always need to test fragrances before you buy a full bottle. So 1 million Parfum I think is the best in the 1 million line, followed by 1 million Lucky. If you can still get your hands on this, absolutely do it. Let me know which one is your favorite.